You go first.
My favorite story about my dad was when I was turning 3 on my birthday, and then he won and got podium for me on my birthday. I think my favorite story of my dad was when he took me in a car and we went really fast and it made me scream.
And how excited were you when your dad won the championship?
I was really excited, and I just was really proud of my dad mostly. I was super duper excited, and I was jumping and screaming, and I jumped in the pool because I was so happy. I did too.
Yeah, but I did it first, and I pushed you in.
Yeah, which makes me do it first.
I love him so much that it's bigger than the world.
I love my dad so much that I would do anything for him.
Me too.
How excited is your dad going to be when he gets here today?
I think he's going to be really excited because my mom was working on this for like a couple of months. And like it's like a surprise for him, so he's going to be so happy that he might jump in the pool.
I think my dad, when he gets here, he's gonna be a mind explosion, and he's gonna be so happy, and he's gonna love the whole entire party. Happy birthday, Daddy! We love you. You're the best daddy ever in the world.
Today is a super special day. I've been planning this party for the past 5 months, I would say. It is really big because my husband James is turning 50 in a few hours. And on top of that, he just won 3 championships. So I'm very excited to celebrate the amazing man that he is. Oh my God, he was so surprised when he first saw everything. He gets very emotional. He's a big, tough guy, but deep inside is a huge teddy bear, and he just started crying, and I know that his heart is filled with so much love, and he's very excited to have everybody here, and he was not expecting this party, so I'm glad that I surprised him. Well, for him to win the latest championship is a really big deal because I have been his wife for the past 10 years, and to see everything that he has to go through in order to win just one race is pretty magical. But for him to win 3 championships, it's pretty much impossible in the racing world. So I'm very excited for him. Yeah, my favorite story with James and the kids is that we all love to cuddle in bed on the weekends, and we love just hanging out and going swimming. I don't really have a specific story because there are so many, but the 4 of us together is a dream come true. I feel very blessed to have him as my husband and have Jensen and Chloe. James loves the kids more than anything in this world. He's such an amazing father. Even when he's traveling so much and taking care of clients, he always makes sure that he's there for both kids, not missing any of the games or the practice. So he's a very involved dad, which I'm just so grateful for. Hi, sweetheart. I just want to wish you a very happy 50th birthday and congratulate you on 3 championship wins. I want you to know that it's been an absolute dream to be standing right by your side and seeing all your dreams come true. I love being your biggest fan and always showing you my love and support. I can't believe that you're turning 50 because you really look like you're turning 40 and you drive like a 20-year-old, which is an amazing thing, and I really couldn't be more proud of you, and I am just so excited and so proud to be your wife and the mother of your kids, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. So happy birthday. I hope you've enjoyed the party and you're having the best time, and you're my everything.
So walking into this party, I was completely surprised. I had no idea that Nargis would go to the extent of what she hey, she made it. And as my wife always does, she goes over the top. She's selfless. She is a pleaser. I'm a lucky guy. Let's put it that way. So I was completely surprised. And then as I kept walking through the backyard and noticing all the things that she's done and made a point to, showcase, and I'm like, I was kind of speechless, and then I had tears, and I'm like, you know what? I am the luckiest guy around. So I wish I was as cool as James Bond. I think the only thing I share with him is the first name. But, I could pretend once in a while. And, Nargis and I talked about the James Bond theme when she was just like saying it'd be fun to have a party about that. And I was like, well, yeah, I don't know if we can pull that off. But, having Nargis as my wife, I definitely have the Bond girl. So I have the beautiful wife and my partner, so I could pull that off just because I have a beautiful hot wife. But for me, just this is awesome. Like, it's exceeded my expectations. I mean, look at this picture. That's awesome. I'm definitely enjoying the moment, which is what life's all about, just taking the moments in. Okay, so this is kind of funny. I think we have a couple of different versions, but I'll give you mine, which I think is a little more accurate. But to keep it somewhat brief, the way we met was I was always told about this girl named Nargis, and my brother actually worked with her brother in medical field. And I kept hearing about his sister, and she was engaged at one point, or was dating someone at the point, but I'm like, I gotta meet this girl. So happenstance, we meet at a club in Newport. It was her birthday, and I was with some of my buddies just kind of walking in. I'm like, oh, this girl Nargis is here. So the funny part about the story is, so I see her and I'm like already blown away. And then I think she came up to me as a joke, just trying to poke fun at me, and said, are you a professional race car driver? And I'm like, somebody's trying to pull a fast one. I end up responding with, why don't I buy you a drink, birthday girl? And she said, no. She denied my offer for a drink. And what was so great about it is because she was dating someone, and I kind of was like, I like that. I'm like, if I was your boyfriend, I wouldn't want, maybe the tables to be turned. So anyways, so after that night, I was like, God, that girl's beautiful. She seems amazing. And I knew her brother, and I really liked him. And so I knew how close they were. So fast forward the next year, I would go out with her brother because he worked with my brother, and we'd just go out as the boys. But I kept hearing about her. So a year later, I kept asking about, hey, why don't I meet up with your sister? So I'm at a restaurant in Corona del Mar, and I'm with a bunch of my friends, and I'm like, hey, invite your sister to come out. We can all get together. And so the best part was I was with some gals that I was close with and some friends, and I'm sitting at a table, and I'm kind of anticipating her showing up, and she walks in, and I was like, I'm like, see ya. And I just get up and I go right up to her, and I'm like, start talking to her, and I'm like, you remember me? And then fast forward the night, like from that night on, I was already smitten, falling in love. And we talked from probably 9 o'clock till 1 in the morning. And I was with her the whole night, just enthralled with her beauty and her amazing presence. So for me, that night was more about, okay, I'm not going to let her go. I want to pursue the gal that I'm going to marry. And I definitely pursued her, but luckily she stuck around. And so here we are, 10 years later, 10 and a half years of marriage. So lucky guy. So much to say about our kids. They're definitely the cream of the crop. For me, they're the pinnacle of having an amazing wife, and then to have children. So to have Chloe and Jensen as a byproduct of our love and our marriage, like, I really think that I am the luckiest guy around. And for me, like, my life is complete. Like, I don't long for anything more. Like, for me, like, I have an amazing wife who loves me, that I love back, and I have 2 kids that I would give the world to. And so I think about, in this world we live in, I don't care about all the materialistic things. I mean, this is great, cars and racing and all, nice lifestyle, but in the end, I would give that all up as long as I have my family. And so Chloe and Jensen are my heart. They definitely give me all the joy I could ask for, but it wouldn't be what it is without having the love of my wife, Nargis. So when you take that all into consideration, I feel like I definitely have the best life I could ever imagine. And so to me, I'm happy. And then here we are on my 50th birthday, celebrating with all my close friends and family. And I'm like, this is it. This is what I want in life, just to be content and happy and love the people around me. And, couldn't be happier.
This is to her. So.
You need to get out. I don't want you to hear this until you see it.
You can be in if you want, or you can be out.
Okay, you can come here, sweetheart.
It's up to him.
What's up?
Love you.
I gotta fix my tie. Okay. So, where do I begin? Here we are, Saturday night, the night before my big official 50th birthday, which is tomorrow, which is in 3 hours. And I don't even know how to thank you. I don't even know where to begin. As I was saying earlier, I definitely consider myself the luckiest guy around. There's nothing I long for. There's nothing I wish I had. I'm the guy that basically is counting his blessings. So for me, I don't even know how to thank you. All I can say is that I love you, and you've always been amazing to me and have spoiled me and have taken care of me. And I look at my life right now and I think I have everything that I could ever dream of. And, I hope someday in the many, many years from now, when you turn 50, many years from now, I don't know, 20 years from now, that I can bring you half the happiness and joy that you have given me tonight.
I love you. You deserve it all, baby. I love you.
I'm a lucky
This man deserves it all. He's one of a
I don't
kind,
know if
and
I deserve
love
it, but I am appreciative, and all I want to do is reciprocate and make you happy.
You already have. I love you.
We are very blessed.
My
So,
life is complete. I love you. I love you. Happy
thank you.
birthday,
Thank
not
you,
yet.
sweetheart.
We have to wait.
Oh
Okay,
boy.
let's go party.
All
Let's
right,
go
my
eat.
favorite story about James was we took a trip to Europe. And what's funny is the theme tonight is James Bond. And the reason I'm laughing is because we were sitting in Switzerland and we were doing James Bond impressions. And one of the things was Moneypenny. And the story was, Moneypenny, take off your panties. And we kept saying this over and over, and we were laughing throughout the night. So that just brings me back to the trip that we took to Europe. And that phrase came up, and the fact that the theme is 007 tonight. So it just kind of brings back that memory of a 2-week whirlwind tour through Europe in an M3. So it was quite a vacation, and it was awesome to do it with my brother.
Awesome. My other question is, how excited were you when your brother won his last championship?
Well, very excited. I mean, he's won 2 championships last year, and he won 3 this year. So that's extremely impressive to win 5 championships in a 2-year time frame. So very excited. It was very excited to watch him clinch that the last race of the season and beat his nemesis, which was Austin Lauschenbach. So hats off to him. Happy birthday, James. What an incredible year. Turning 50 and winning not 1, not 2, but 3 championships, and beating some of the top drivers in the field in the country after winning a championship or 2 championships last year. So that's quite a year to turn 50 and have 3 championships followed by your 2 championships last year. So extremely proud, extremely excited, as is everyone. So I was just very happy to be a part of your 50th birthday celebration. Nargis has done a fantastic time putting this together, putting all the pieces of this very large puzzle together and making everything function perfectly. So hats off to her. And again, just want to say happy birthday, happy 50th, and again, congratulations on a great year.
Gosh, I have many stories. Being James's sister, I've got lots of stories. Some that would be appropriate to share and some that would not. One that I think of as his sister is that a lot of people know James as a very strong, macho man, and he is, but he also has such a sensitive side to him, and someone that recognizes an underdog and recognizes someone who might be looking outside the circle, and he invites them in the circle. And I'll just say one person's name when we were in school, Eddie Gulbenkian, and I think that'll trigger something with James, and James was a good friend to this young kid. So I appreciate James being mindful and helpful. I am over the moon with James's accomplishments, and I will say I am so proud and also not surprised, because James is so determined, such a hard worker. When he puts his mind to something, he gets it done. And even if there is a hardship, a hiccup, a wall, he finds a way to get through it, get over it, and I couldn't be more proud. He's so deserving of every accolade. James, there were so many things I could say. It's a bit overwhelming. I'm going to try to keep this light and lively and kind of like my toast. But what I want to say is that I can't keep it light and lively. I'm so happy you're my brother. I love you so much. I'm so proud of you. I love our memories, everything from being in school together, back-to-back years, to traveling in Europa together, to the hostels, to you on our train where you kick your leg against the door so we would have the whole train car to ourselves, to you changing Penelope's diapers, all of it. I love our memories, and I'm so excited for so many more. And you're 2 years older. I love you.
I just want to thank everybody for coming. I know a lot of people flew from across the country to be here to celebrate this amazing, special man, James Sophronius, that we all love and adore. And I just want to wish you a very, very happy 50th birthday. But I think everybody here knows how much I love and adore this man. He's definitely my dream come true, and it is just so amazing to be right by your side and watch you just achieve all your goals and win 3 championships this year. And I couldn't be more proud of you as your wife, as the mother of your children, and I can't wait to spend the next 100 years with you. So thank you for the incredible man that you are to me, to the kids, to all your friends here that love and adore you, that are here to celebrate you tonight. I love you. You're my everything.
So I definitely need to take a few seconds to just share some of my emotions and thoughts. So, I mean, in everyone's life, you have chances, whether it's a wedding or a birth of a child or a certain accomplishment, that to share some of your thoughts and love. But, you know, a night like tonight obviously couldn't happen without having someone like Nargis give all her love and devotion to putting this together. And I'm like overwhelmed with emotion. I still, like this minute, I'm still like taking it all in. And I couldn't be more proud and happy and overjoyed with emotion, the fact that I'm so lucky to have somebody like Nargis as my wife. I mean, you're all here because you're special to us, and you mean a lot to us in many ways, and whether it's friends or family and loved ones, I mean, this is what life's all about. It's sharing the magical moments together with the people that you care about and want in your life, and it just wouldn't be what it is without having Nargis as my wife. I mean, I was interviewed earlier, you know, doing a little vignette, and I'm reflecting on everything, and I'm like, we're so blessed. We have two amazing kids, and we have amazing friends and loved ones and people who are so loving to us, and I'm like, I don't really need anything more in life. I mean, turning 50 is a milestone, but being able to turn 50 with all you guys here and sharing these emotions and having my family and all my good friends, like, this is what life's about. And to me, like, I feel like I've hit the pinnacle of life, and I don't long for anything else. I just want good friends, a good family, and love, and I want my kids to be happy and taken care of, but it just wouldn't happen for me without the love and support from Nargis. Like, she definitely gives everything to everyone around her, and she asks for nothing in return.
Yeah.
Cheers to her. For me, if you know Nargis, you know her heart makes up half of her body, because she is so amazing, and I'm blessed. I'm overwhelmed with pride and joy and love and emotions, and I'm so glad everybody came out here tonight. You're here because you are very special to us and you mean a lot, and to share this 50th birthday in this manner with Nargis going over the top, like, you have set the bar high. So I couldn't be more proud. I couldn't love you any more than I do right now. And you
deserve it all.
And you're everything. So thank you so much, beautiful.
Way to go, so pro!
Yeah, how'd you know? So first of all, good evening. I think I've had the good fortune of meeting many of you, but in case I haven't, I'm James's oldest sister, Susan. It is such a pleasure to be here with all of you this evening to celebrate my brother's 50th birthday. For those of you who have had the pleasure and honor of turning 50, you know how special and significant this milestone is. For those of you still waiting, you have a real treat to look forward to, and thanks to Nargis, you have a sneak preview of what yours could potentially look like. I thought the best way to honor my brother this evening is to describe him using the letters of the age 50. So let's begin. F, family. There is no one more faithful and more dedicated to family than James. Whenever we speak to one another on the phone, the first topic of conversation is always family. His family, my family. There is no one prouder of the family he was born into, and the beautiful and loving family he created with his stunning wife, Nargis, than James. I, inspiring and impressive, 5 championships in the past 2 years. Need I say more? F, fearless. Making a living out of driving at extreme speeds and building an entire business around speed. How many people are crazy enough to make that their livelihood? T, trustworthy. Look around you tonight. You're all here tonight because you call James your friend, and you know he always has your back, on the track and off the track. There we go. Also, how many people are lucky enough to say their closest friends from middle school are still their closest friends at 50? Hopley, where are you?
That's right.
Woo! And last but not least, Y. Youthful, young at heart. James, you make turning 50 look easy. Your youthful spirit, zest for life, enduring love for your wife and children and family are all testaments to who you are. For 50 years, you have pushed the envelope, no matter what. You've leaped over every obstacle and landed straight on your feet. May your courage, strength, and success soar by leaps and bounds over the next 50 years. Please join me in raising your glass in celebration of my brother James's 50th birthday.
Okay, so I've known James for almost all his life and all of my life. I've watched him grow and develop from a single-digit boy into a teenager riding dirt bikes, into a young man working as Pitney Bowes' #1 spokesmodel, and eventually into a family. It was up there, yes. And eventually into a family man carving out his own destiny. And it's as a family man that I see where James is meant to be. He is so proud and supportive of both his friends and family. And James, I feel confident saying that everybody here feels the same way about you. We're so proud of you. The list of your accomplishments is long and varied and all well-deserving. With regards to GMG, I'd venture to say that everyone here at the party has played a role, whether big or small, in celebrating or supporting you and your racing career. So I'm going to share a story about how and when I first showed my support for you behind the wheel. It was the fall of 1985, a school day. We're running late.
I know this.
Yep. We're running late and we've missed the school bus. So plan B is for James to drive the two of us to school. The drive from our home is about 7 miles and takes about 20 minutes. During the morning rush hour, the roads are full of traffic from folks going to school, going to work. So, in an effort to shave off a few minutes, James decides to take the back roads. So the surface roads are nice and paved and smooth as one would expect. The back roads are unpaved, dirt with a few stones thrown in for good measure. Lots of twists and turns and some ups and downs. So, when you're heavy with the metal and the pedal, and you tend to kick up a lot of dust, a sure sign you're going too fast in the back roads. After speeding around one of the many twists and turns, after speeding around in our big green Pontiac Grand Safari, and for those who don't know what that is,
Station wagon.
yeah, it's a big old boat of a wagon.
Griswold.
That's right, that's right. Yeah, that's right. After speeding around probably like the 4th corner, all of a sudden a cop car pulls out. And he's like, okay, pull over. So, James, being the responsible and mature teenager that he is, he decides to do the right thing and try to outrun the cop and get to school on time. If I were to take a poll right now and ask you to raise your hands if James was successful, I venture to say that everybody would raise their hand. Yep. And you would be right. So, James's very first race, while impromptu, was won on the back roads in Bedford, New York at the age of 17. But the story does not end there. No siree. Later on at school, I turn the corner, another corner, and there he is, the cop. Always the corner and always the cop. He recognized our family car, and when he ate James's dust, he knew he'd come find us at school. You can imagine a young 25-year-old cop being outrun by a teenager doesn't bode well. So he was not thrilled to be bested by James. However, he doesn't find James. Instead, he finds me. And he decides to harass me, despite the fact that I was not behind the wheel. At 15 years of my age at the time, I had already recognized the power of the Sophronis charm. And I was able to get out of stick situations, including that one. I tapped into that resource immediately. The end result, I took one for the team, and James got away with a verbal warning, and he maintained his clean record. I'll take credit for James's clean record, but more importantly, with a clean record and the knowledge that he could outrun a cop, James's pursuit of racing had begun. And as his co-driver, we won our very first and only race together. James, happy 50. I love you. And remember, I will always have your back.